Hey everyone, it's Coach Reg, GM head coach of We Are D3. Wanted to take some time and talk about the first round here of this weekend. Basketball's back, like they've been saying, but some really interesting, I thought, trends happened in this first round. One, you got to show up and play. You can't just because you played at Division I school X, Y, Z, you played in the NBA, and just kind of roll the ball out and think you're going to play. That's not going to happen. I thought the teams that were the most organized, teams that played the hardest, and it sounds simple, but those are the teams that played really well and teams that had a tradition of playing in the tournament. The tournament is a different breed of basketball, whereas if you just start, it takes a while to get used to it. We did the same year one against Sons of Westwood. It's a different game in the fact that this is really played at the highest level possible. You saw that very first game kind of with Big X and D2. D2, really well-run program, had a player go down early, and then Big X kind of really took advantage of that lack of size down towards the end. It's going to be interesting if Big X can take that approach with Red Scare. Are they just going to do the 4 out and just keep dumping it in the post over and over and over again? I don't know. I think Red Scare is a front runner to win this tournament, especially with kind of the way this year ended up with coronavirus canceling the March Madness. Obviously, brotherly love. Congratulations. You not only won one game, but essentially you win two. And Eberline Drive, sorry to see you leave. But brotherly love really took it to Stillwater Stars. Phenomenal player in Khalif Wyatt. I had a pleasure of coaching against him when he was with Sons of Westwood. He just seems a natural fit with that Philly flair going on. And he had a phenomenal game. He was working off the high pick and hit a couple deep dagger threes. Great to see him perform well in that first game. And like I said, brotherly love, you're all the way. Skipping around, we'll see you in about a week. Basically, also, the big matchup, Sideline Cancer versus our boys, Team Hines. Game of the tournament so far. Sideline Cancer came back and really did a nice job of really gritting down low, got stops when they needed to, and then just continued to chip away. But think about it. Like I was talking about earlier, they are not just a team, they are an organization. They have been in the TBT perennially every year, year in, year out. They play for a phenomenal cause. They have a phenomenal energy. They believe in what their coaches are doing and what they stand for. So once again, I know last year they beat the Shocks, but now beat Team Hines. Same exact type of way. They just find a way to win. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go against Challenge ALS. I think there is a little bit. My heart wants Sideline to Cancer to win and ALS, but I'm taking ALS in that one. I thought Metamaki, Purdue, great job. Defeating Team Heartfire. I thought you guys played a really phenomenal up and down type of game. I heard that. Alley-oop Central. Some of those dunks are going to be on ESPN for a couple months now. But now also, we saw a lot of defensive schemes being played. In particular, with CP3 coming back. Now, CP3 plays tonight against Marquette's Golden Eagle team, which, by the way, in my opinion, I think could potentially be the winner of this year's tournament. But they came back against a primetime players team that was well organized, another good program that has been a TBT staple. But really, they didn't get back because of offense and they were shooting the lights out. They got back because of their defense. They were changing up defensive schemes with a press, doubling the post, doubling the guards on ball screens. It was really cool to see that transpire, especially during Elam ending when they still had to come back. And then you got Armored Athlete being a power of the paw. Once again, a team that really kind of flip-flopped kind of exactly what they were doing each and every play, kept power of the paw guessing. I don't think that's going to work against Overseas Elite, but it's going to be really interesting to see how Machado and Roberson, the guards that really held it down for Armored Athlete, now they got to take on, really, in my opinion, a complete kind of revamped Overseas Elite team. But now it's not just 2 players out there. You got a whole 5 and another 5 waiting to come in. So it's going to be interesting to see how that transpires in the next round when Armored Athlete plays Overseas Elite. And then the final one, House of Pain, War Tampa. In my opinion, House of Pain made the biggest statement in round 1 in the fact that they just came ready to play. They were clicking on all cylinders, offensively, defensively. The coaching staff put their players in positions to get scores in different variety of looks, so they kept War Tampa guessing. And like I said, now we're starting to see the onion get peeled back, and the fact that you got to play defense. You can't just show up just because a logo looks cool or you played for your school and things along those lines. You have got to be well prepared and in the right mindset to play in the TBT because it is a different game. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how House of Pain had that big statement. Well, now you go against the defending champs in Carmen's crew, which, by the way, they want to prove that year 2 year 1 wasn't a fluke, and year 2 we're going to start our own dynasty here. So it's going to be interesting this next kind of round. It kicks off tonight with CP3 versus the Golden Eagle team. I got the Golden Eagles kind of moving on from that one. Brotherly Love was going to be playing tonight, but obviously Everline Drive. I hope everything is safe there on the home front. So it's going to be interesting. Day 1 and 2 in the books. Let's see what the next 2 weeks hold. Take care, everybody. Coach Reg signing out.